Raider guys, coming at you from the Riot Raider Studios, man. We're here with Blackbeard, Matt, Papa Raider, and the TC Raiders.
Nah, because you don't say anything, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't do that shit. Icicle, what does it say? Icicle, enchantment, hazy IPA.
We be like, hey, what we got? What we got here? We got a new brew. So we got this new brew. We're gonna try it out. Give them a shout out. You know what it has.
This is what we're trying for the week. It's from we're Leavenworth, and so a couple of us have an idea of where this is and the brewery. So we're gonna give you some input on it after we taste test it. We're gonna taste it right now. So here we go. Let's try it, right?
We're gonna do some prospects, you know. Drafted the 29th of April. So it's on a Thursday.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so
That is pretty good.
it's got some kind of grapefruit.
Grapefruit for
Did
sure.
I
anybody?
have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. Maybe grapefruit, nice and smooth.
It's smooth.
And kind of like where it's called the Enchanted Haze, hazy IPA. I get that.
Got a great color. So we're gonna drink this, and we're gonna have it with our dinner, and we're gonna let you know if it goes good with the steak or not, because that's what's on the menu. And if we'll ever buy this beer again or not, or if we'll even take a nice trip down there and get some. Anyways, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, shout out Icicle Brewing Company.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is, man. I think when he sleeps too much, he gets
The spicy or good? I know it's spicy. Stuff in there. There you go. Everything good?
Raider Nation, there's only one nation. Raider Nation, there's only one nation. Raider Nation, there's only one nation. Raider Nation, there's only one nation.
We're gonna go with it, hoping that
it takes.
Congrats.
If you get this footage, people, we would having some technical difficulties. But we're gonna go ahead and let Angela start it.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, Blackbeard here with Papa Raider. We're here at the Riot Raider Studios, and you know what? Let's just get to it and let's do some food for thought for you guys.
How the hell does Joe Buck get into the Hall of Fame before Tom Flores? All right, cool. Hey, so we're gonna get right back with just in case the incognito thing here. Not really, because it's raining next week. I'm not hiding, but we're down 20-3. But I have confidence in my Raiders, so
It's just the first half.
no, it's one of those things. That's kind of what I showed you last night. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and what are we gonna start out with, Angela?
Let's talk about, you know, the Field of Dreams, man.
Nice. What is that?
You know, right there. If they built it, they will come, right?
What does that say?
So the Raiders are what?
Okay, let's go.
There we go. There we go. The Raiders are coming, man.
Oh,
Yeah. And that's what we're shooting for right there. Just like you said, you know, Super Bowl champs.
they're coming. That's cool. So, like they always said, and not every Field of Dreams kind of movie. You build it, they'll come, and that's kind of our thing right now. So, yeah, what a beautiful stadium, and it's you know, really, guys, it's a long time coming for the Raider Nation. You know, hate us or whatever, it's all good, man. We know we deserve it. We know we're ready for it. That's why this has become a quest, and it's become one of our episodes. And what we're doing right now is because we can't get there yet. After one whole year, you know, after so many years and talking about it and stuff like that, you're thinking, man, that's going to be really nice. The Raiders are going to get something that they really need and they really want, and the fans are going to love it, and it's a beautiful thing. And guess what? We didn't come last year. We didn't. So go ahead, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, you know, we all know what a Raider is. You know, they fill in, they plunge, and all that stuff. And you know what? That's what we're doing in Vegas now. We're going to take those resources, and we're going to make the best we can of it. You know, we did in Oakland, we did in LA, and now, you know, it's time for us to, you know, take advantage of what we got in Las Vegas, this beautiful stadium, and just do the best we can in the most nicest way. But, you know,
That's funny. That's cool.
you know, just like it says, Raiders are coming, man. You know, we're a nation. We're all over, all, you know, 50 states and territories, whatever. You know, that wherever you go, wherever you've been, I'm sure you've seen, you know, a sticker in a car or somebody with a Raider hat or a T-shirt on, and you're like, man, hey, what's up? I'm a Raider fan too. Like, you know, be it in Maine, Nebraska, Wyoming, wherever, you know, Florida, that, you know, we're everywhere, man. And this is a big thing for us because, you know, this will be the first year that we will have fans in the stands to represent, you know, ensure our love and our pride and our dedication to the Raiders. Yeah.
Well, you know, again, you know, back in Oakland days when we were going to that stadium, no big deal to me. It was just fun to go to the Coliseum and watch the Raiders. But then you look now at the state of the art, and you know, I mean, we really had to catch up to the rest of the NFL. Everybody else has got beautiful stadiums, so we had to be there too. And, well, you know, I believe that this is why I say we're in a different regime, because somebody else is running what was happening now. So there you go. You know, Oakland didn't want to step up, and here we are in Vegas. You know, and who knows, 100, 200 years from now, maybe this will be old and we'll come to Seattle. Who knows?
Yeah, you know, and actually that was when I lived in California. That was supposedly an option going to Seattle, but you know what? You can look at it either way. I mean, I know there, you know, there's the hardcore dedicated to the Bay Area where, like, you know, I'm just a Bay Area fan, and you know, since Raiders aren't there, then, you know, I support whatever's in the Bay. But to me, I am a true Raider fan. I believe I am. Where I go wherever the Raiders go, man. A true pirate, man, and plunges and pills wherever he goes, man. The ocean is humongous, and they're just heading wherever they can. And be it Las Vegas, Stockton, we're going to suck those resources dry, man. So, I mean, to me, like I said, you know, wherever they go, I follow, and
Right.
let's have success there, man. You know, to me, I want the best for them.
Well, you know, we got a you know We got a ring in Oakland, and we got a ring in LA.
LA,
So
yeah.
why not top it off with one in Vegas? But again, Field of Dreams. Look at this stadium. How really not obviously you look at the flame and the nice structure and everything, but I mean just look how it captures the Raider Nation with all the silver lights and stuff. I'm looking at the thing behind us, the picture and poster whatever behind us, guys. So you understand what I'm getting at. I'm looking at it. So it's beautiful to me because I can't wait to get there. I've seen it 1,000 times on a post or people taking their day to go and visit it, and they can't wait to sit there. And I got to wait till the last minute, but I'm okay, man. I'm gonna get down there and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna look up and go, wow, this is beautiful. Rock on, all you we're both craftsmen. I come from the ironworker area. You come from the carpenter. So all you craftsmen that just knocked this out, did such a great job. Good for you. Good kudos to you guys. We watched you guys as you guys were putting her up, and there's 1,000 buildings in Vegas, but we don't care.
Yeah, and just like you had mentioned earlier, the Field of Dreams thing. Built it, they will come. Las Vegas is pretty much founded on that as well. Las Vegas was
There you go,
in the middle, stranded in the desert, in middle of nothing. I mean, for them to start thinking like, let's build these casinos and people will come, and look what happened, man. It's legitimately an attraction, not just here in the U.S., but all over the world. And the ideology of the Raiders, Allegiant Stadium being built, or the Death Star, man, is pretty much the same concept of build it, they will come. And not only for fans, but as players, like I truly believe this is a place where we're going to end up having, some great names come out of Las Vegas. As many as great names we've had come out through Los Angeles and Oakland, I guarantee you there will be names that come out of here that have only known Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I mean? It's like, say, like maybe the next greatest cornerback, next greatest quarterback, next best running back to be out of the Las Vegas Raiders organization.
So it's our group right now to lay that foundation for the future.
Yeah.
So I got you, man. It's just a very big attraction, not just for NFL team, but it's a melting pot of making money and stuff. So that's a whole new episode and stuff like that. But just build it and they will come. I plan to go. You plan to go?
Definitely going, man. Definitely.
Right. Somewhere in there. No, you're going the wrong way.
There we go.
He had to move people. He hasn't figured this style out yet, but he'll get it down. Okay, so Field of Dreams, man. You know it. You people. I mean, we went. Look, I've been living in this Seahawks country forever. When they put that Safeco Stadium up for the Mariners, beautiful. Love going there. Not a bad seat. You go to the Seahawks Stadium, the Quest, whatever. It's all good. I don't even know if they call it that anymore. Beautiful stadium, but I'm going to tell you right now, there are some bad seats, man. I swear. I just happened to have my son get us some tickets that year, and let's just put it this way, the Seagulls were looking at me as they were brushing their fucking balls across my head. That's how high we were. Ugly, but it is a beautiful stadium. There are great seats. So, that being said, us Raiders getting something like this is just huge. How
it's exciting because like you said, you've been to whatever they call it now, the Quest or whatever. But I actually been to the first official game played in that stadium.
Oh, neat. Okay,
It had some decent seats, and I've been to several games there. But you know what? As a Raider fan, I'm actually looking forward to this right here. Our own home turf.
Here's a question. I mean, that being said, did you ever make a Kingdome game?
Actually, I have.
Okay.
Was
it a football game?
It was a football game and a baseball game. But my first game in the Kingdome was baseball, and then it turned into a Seahawks game. I was fortunate enough to be born at a young age where I could, was able to attend those. And, like you said, we're in Seahawks country. We're both reside in the state of Washington. Been blessed to even, be a part of that, to see something like that. But we're more excited now to see something like this that belongs to us. I mean, we're actually season ticket holders. We actually own rights to seats. We're PSL owners, and this is what makes it so exciting, so intriguing for us to be, looking forward to it.
Yeah, so it's groundbreaking to us to go sit there for the first time. But we're hoping, we have the seats for as long as we want. Okay, we can hand them down, which is cool. But we have them for a long time. We want to enjoy them, and we think we will. And this is just that that kick up, that what do you call that ribbon cutter.
Yeah, there you go.
Game.
Exactly. Breaking that ribbon when you're crossing the marathon,
So, bucket list.
Yeah, to be specific, we actually own those seats for 30 years. So technically, I mean, we're if you want to get technical, but I mean that's something to look forward to, and it's exciting, man. We actually were for a couple of years we were season ticket holders in Oakland, and we transferred our stuff over to Las Vegas. But we had quite the experience in Oakland, and I am grateful for the people I've met, and got to tailgate with. And this is something like. It's just like let's say a kid going into the next grade, looking forward, to the sixth grade or be in high school, whatever. You're like, a whole different stage. This is the way I look at it too, as well.
With the big boys.
Yeah, let's look at it this way. We're in college now, man. We're the freshmen, and we're excited to look, the new ventures and the new things we're going to learn. And we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and take a small break here. Field of Dreams people. I think it's in front of us again. When we get back, we'll go ahead and talk. Like our routes and our travel and our events that we want to see and sites that we're looking forward to. Want to give a shout out to a special guy that went to a game already and got our club some big likes and stuff like that, which is really huge. So
A lot of follows, man. We appreciate that. Yeah. Definitely.
yeah, again, Field of Dreams, build up, they will come. And on top of that Field of Dreams, the biggest thing that we'll get to later on is that tailgates. I just so excited about the tailgate because to me, I've always been that way. It's about getting there, staking my ground, and this is where my daily event is going to be. It's
That's
like
an
setting up
experience
camp,
in itself, man. Yeah.
and just knowing, okay, so we're going to head to the stadium. It's just all the plan thing, and so we're going to have to do some what do you call that? Some research, but some proactive stuff. Where we're ready and find out where we can go and start researching or get down there and find out where we might be able to stay for the day, might be able to park, might be able to bring a vehicle down, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all the hidden gems on them.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
So let's go ahead and break away for a minute. Field of Greens, people will come back and we'll touch up on some other things. Talk to you in a few.
Guys, how we doing, man? Blackbeard right here with Papa Raider, and we're here at the Riot Raider Studios, and we have a special guest here with us, standing right here in front of me. This little girl right here with a nice, beautiful smile. Do you want to let them know what your name is?
Hi, my name is Sophia.
And she is very special, not only because she is my daughter, but there's something special about her that I truly appreciate, and she is actually ranked #1 here in the United States out of all 50 states and territories that we have here in our country. She is #1 in her weight and age in judo. And we're going to let you guys know a little bit more about that eventually down the road. But we just want to introduce her and let you guys know that, I am, actually, I'm going to go ahead and brag. That's what I'm trying to do right here because I'm a proud dad. And this is something that, that's really, really, I mean, like, it melts my heart, man. Honestly, it's just
the level of Raider Nation people.
Yeah, and and the best part is, she is a big Raider fan as well. So, and that's what I, just want to let the Raider Nation know that, us Raider fans, be it, doctors, lawyers, whatnot, and, judokas is what she's known as for, but, yeah, definitely. And eventually we'll get to that bit, we just want to introduce her.
Well, just since you're on that note, you did happen to meet somebody Could you just explain to us what her name is and who she is? Just to let us know, honey.
Her name is Liv
Harley.
Nefali, and she is an Olympian for judo.
Yeah, so Nepali, we got the privilege to meet her just the other day. Spent about 5 hours with her in training. We did some seminars and stuff, and she is actually an Olympian from the 2020 Olympics in Japan, and she was a judo, and she is originally from Chicago, Illinois. That Sophia had the privilege to meet somebody. She, in a sport that she really loves and is passionate about, and to meet somebody at a high level like that was an experience in itself. So.
Yeah, you've been pretty fortunate to meet a lot of big names, and not only that, make such a big family with everybody that you meet. Your senseis, your partners that you practice with, and just like I said, you're doing really well. Getting to meet a lot of people, that's kind of special, honey. Keep it going. We're proud of you, and we're going to go ahead and jump into another segment, but we are going to bring her back, interview her in a couple of weeks, and see how she's doing, where she's going from here, because she does have a quest, and her own quest again, and we'll see where she goes with it. I'm pretty sure she's going to take it far, so I'm hoping and the best for her.
Yeah.
What do you think, baby?
Yeah.
So we're going to go forward with this. You want to step out, honey? We'll get back with you. We love you, honey. We don't want to kick you out, but Grandpa has to be the one. Love you, baby. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just again get back to our quest. Where we're going from here. Our routes, our travel, our events that we're hoping we can maybe find out, and sites to see. Which I have a few. I think I would like to see. And then we're gonna give a shout out to Larry Dawson. Well, let's just give him a shout out now. That dude. Okay, so this guy, I've known him throughout the years. Nice character, really nice guy. Loves the Raiders. He went ahead and went up to the Seahawks game, and he took one of our team shirts and got a lot of response from it. And, of course, because everybody's getting together and just doing that. Hey, cool. I didn't even know they had clubs, kind of thing. So here you are. Learning. People are learning. But on our club, we got a lot of likes, and we still have to get on our club page and just give a shout out to him for that too, which is coming up. We're going to work on both of these things, but right now I'm going to give him a shout out. Larry Dawson, big Raider fan. What he did for us as far as just
Our appreciation.
representing and what do you call that when you promote? Promotional.
Yeah,
He did
definitely.
some really good promotional work for us, not even really knowing maybe, I guess, or maybe he did, and he just did a wonderful job. Kudos to you, bro. We love you out there, man. Keep it up, Raider Nation. That's our shout out. We gave a shout out to Sophia. She's doing well. We give a shout out to the guys that are involved in this, behind the scenes and all that stuff.
Yeah, all our members as well too.
Yeah, the members. Shout out to everybody. Raider Nation's a family, so we're just giving kudos to our family. So again, let's go ahead and jump into the the travel and the events and the sites. The routes. I'm gonna go ahead and show you a few. I'm gonna my plan from here is it's a what? It's anywhere from a 15 to an 18, depending on how I take it, vehicle wise, because. I don't care if I'm traveling or not. I stop a lot, so I'm gonna put extra miles. I'm gonna take my time. I'm not in no hurry.
Enjoy the scenery, more like.
Yeah. And that's the whole goal here is not to be in a hurry. So I think I got a good plan. I was supposed to pull in Vegas by Friday, but I would love to maybe do a scenic route towards that Lake Tahoe area. That becomes a 2-day trip almost because
18-hour drive, I think.
I ain't no trucker, and I don't think a trucker can go that many hours because it's like 18 hours or something. So
yeah, if you're pulling trailer and all that stuff, it takes you get, like you said, patience is a virtue, man.
You truckers, you can prove me wrong if I'm wrong, but 18 hours, dude. I'm sorry if you guys can. Anyways, like I said, we've been googling it. You can't see it rough. I'll probably even put edit some of these in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think from here to Tahoe is a 10-hour trip. So that's pretty much one day, especially a guy my age and you know in no hurry. And then if you could go the next day, the rest of the way to Vegas, man, that would be just ideal. But with me pushing, which I always do, it's probably just safer bet to just go straight forward. And there's one that's like a 15-hour drive, and then there's one like a 13-hour drive. So a little 2-hour difference. And I believe one of them is maybe a less stress or more scenic drive, or maybe I don't know. I know there's reasons why people take one route or another, and I know that one route is just nothing but desolate rock and desert. So if I can escape that one, I'm going to go the other way, even if it takes a little bit.
Well, yeah, to each your own. Whatever route
Yeah.
you prefer. Like you said, there's options. There's by the some straight A to B, and there's possibility of A, B, and then C.
Yeah.
So
that's the 13
like
hour.
you're talking about, Tahoe and stuff. For those, I mean, like you yourself have made that trip before, but still want to, enjoy what's coming along the line, whatever. And those who have made that trip kind of want to get it done and over with, just to enjoy, get to the moment, enjoy it, and then, get back home right away. But, like I said, to each your own. But me personally, if I had the opportunity to drive down there, I think I want to make it, especially such an event like this, down to Allegiant, want to make it memorable. Want to, if you got your kids or just yourself and your spouse, whatnot, enjoy it, man. Make the best of it. And for some of us, there's, responsibilities and stuff that we have to get back to right away. But, we're all different in all sorts of aspects. But, like I said, if I had the opportunity, I definitely would want to make it the best I can, enjoy the scene while I get there.
Yeah. So the scenery and some, like. I just know some of those areas in the Boise area, and then down that Winnemucca area, and then from that area down to straight Vegas, man, just desolate. Just when you turn on the radio and you forget about everything, and
Or having a
then you start
conversation
thinking
you're
about
driving away.
you hope you have somebody to conversate,
Yeah, and like I'm not sure if he's made you aware, but his route is actually from the Washington State down to Las Vegas. So, and like you said, there is some desolate areas where you're kind of like just want to turn the radio on or enjoy a nice piece of conversation, or there is a time where you're going to hit certain spots and take a moment to stop and enjoy or appreciate the scenery or whatever aspect is out there for you to look at and enjoy.
And then again, I believe that we aren't going to be the only ones on the road doing the same thing that we're doing.
Oh no, without a doubt, I totally believe there's five people crossing most of the nation.
The Raider or bus kind of signs. I've seen it going to Seattle when we go to a preseason game. We've gone to how many preseason games? That was always a tradition. And always, you get closer towards the Raider or towards the Seahawk or Seattle area, and you start seeing the Raider. People kind of pulling in at the same time as you. They're doing the same thing as you. So they're on the same quest as you. Just want to get to the game, represent, get out. But it's nice to see them on the road knowing, hey, man, there's going to be some backup.
Yeah, definitely. There's something you truly appreciate, especially when you've gone to an away game for the Raiders, that you appreciate the fact that you've seen, actually, let's be honest, man, because when we represent, and especially in Seattle, there is more than just a handful of people that come and see the Raiders play. And I truly believe that in any other stadium that happens.
Well, yeah, you're right, because how many times we had blackouts? What kind of iterate on those events that we went down there. Really cool,
you mentioned earlier, we make this trip annually, when we go to Seattle to see the preseason games against the Seattle Seahawks when the Raiders have to come to Seattle. This is really impressive, from what I've seen in my eyes, like it's really amazing. The fact that there's a crowd of people wearing black and silver is really impressive. Even without and this is the thing that makes us different from any other football team or fan base, is the fact that our history lately has been kind of unsuccessful. In our winning part of it. As far as that, we're a true dedicated nation because we travel well, and our fan base is strong in many states. But like in Seattle, you will see that we've had events called blackouts in Seattle, where we've had the city of Seattle pretty much covered, with Raider fans.
It's all good, man. It's just really fun events.
And I feel like, it's something that's just amazing because we've actually we've been to several restaurants or establishments in Seattle where it's nothing but Raider fans. to me, I mean, that's just like, you know, you go ahead and puff your chest out and be proud, and you're like you're wearing the Superman logo, because you know what? I don't think any other team or fan base in any city can do that.
What was that place we went to? What was it, Orleans?
So it was a New Orleans place, kind of like a
It's not even
Creole
open
thing,
anymore.
whatever, you know, but, you know, it was like, the atmosphere was amazing, man.
Well, I
They
just,
even had some Raider greats out there signing autographs and stuff, you know?
Jesus, Otis, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Sundstrom. But what's cool about that is there was one time that really memorable is when they had a group of Raider guys playing jazz on stage, and they were all decked out in their Raider jerseys and stuff, and they're tooting their horns, and man, what an event! It was just really so just down to earth fun, you know, just the way Raider Nation does it.
It gives you look, you know, we experienced, home games in Oakland. And that parking lot, that tailgating part is a whole different experience. But like you see that sea or that wave of black and silver, nothing but, you know, Raider jerseys, shirts and stuff. That's the atmosphere we kind of felt like in Seattle. I'm not kidding you. You know, that's truth right there. To see that in a different city, you know, and with the success what Seattle's at, it's really impressive.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, for like you say, you know, the band be playing music, but yet they're all Raider fans. You know, to us take a section of Seattle downtown out and to have us, you know, just out there, it's really impressive, man.
Right.
But, you know, and like I said,
Good memories, man.
Yeah, you know, definitely reminds me of almost being in Oakland at a home game, man.
Well, there you go. I have so many memories going to those games, even in the Kingdom and all that stuff. So.
And you know, that's the experience we're looking forward to in Las Vegas. A new experience we haven't, you know, had yet. And we're hoping that transitions from what we've had in Oakland and Seattle to Las Vegas, to see all that just black and silver, that the sea, the ocean of the Raider Nation.
Build it, and they will come.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so events. You know, we don't know of any events. We're not there in Vegas. We're not in the big. We have a small club here in Tri-Cities, guys. I guess I could research and stuff like that, but you know, we're just kind of hoping that maybe if you guys get out there and view this, you guys can toss us some comments or just.
Especially
Give
you
us some information.
local Las Vegas Raider fans, you know, let us know if there's any certain event that, you know, hey, before the game, you know, the day of or whatever or not, there's an event going on. We ran into that in Oakland, you know, prior to certain game days, that they would have, you know, vendors on the areas selling patches and stuff, live music. You just get to meet, greet all the type of mascots. We got to meet Gorilla, you know, all these, and it's funny because some of these guys are inducted to the Mascot Hall of Fame as well, you know, and these are the guys, you know, that,
Dwayne? Is that his name, Marbury?
yeah, I think you're right.
I just see some posts earlier. Good job, dude. Hey,
You know,
to go in the Hall of Fame, to be a fan, wow.
that's awesome, man. You know, and, you know, for us,
He seems like a cool cat, dude.
oh yeah, and, you know, and the fact that we probably have one of the most number of athletes in the Hall of Fame, well over probably 25, 28 players or whatnot. We have mascots, more than one or two mascots in the Hall of Fame for, you know, come on, man.
Raider is a pirate?
I know there's a handful of teams out there that don't even have a mascot in the Hall of Fame. But anyways,
He just wanted to just one. We own those. Al Davis, he coined everything.
yeah, that man created something that just cannot stop, man. It's you know, it just grows and it hasn't stopped yet.
Okay, again, please, people, get back with us on events. We want to be part of it. You know, I know you guys do too. So we're willing to share if we get some info. You know, sites. You know, my personal sites is, you know, I mentioned Lake Tahoe. So I could maybe push the envelope and make it there before Vegas, but I'm going to be honest, it probably won't happen. But I know I can do it on the backside. So
There you go.
I believe that it's going to happen one way or another. And again, I want it on a good note, not in a hurry. So there you go. It should happen. I'm going to stop there. And then I wanted to go and visit the dam there. What is it? Hoover.
That damn Hoover Dam.
And it's funny you say that, because I want to go ahead and iterate on that right away, because it sounds like it's not a good place to go visit right now because of drought shortage or something.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Like, you know, you used to be able to skip rock, now it just kind of goes into mud. I don't know yet, but but still, I think it would be a good trip because I looked at again. I got some some paperwork here that shows little routes that it shows like a kind of a scenic circular kind of route that takes you to the Hoover Dam, through Henderson, and then back maybe through some maybe wooded areas, and that to me is kind of it's appealing to me. So
Yeah, really
like
unique,
maybe a
especially
day
in that
trip or
area,
something. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because we could kill two birds with one stone. Go on a Saturday maybe and go visit Henderson and that the new restaurant they're talking about.
Oh yeah, wow.
And then go ahead and visit some of their areas and see what it's like, and then go hit the Hoover Dam if it's not too dusty because it's dry. I don't know. People are making fun, but I would like to see it. It is part of history.
If you have the time and you really appreciate, part of Americana history and all that stuff, and you have the opportunity, take it, man. I mean, that dam is impressive. I've been there several times. So.
In me looking at all that area, it just seems like the Colorado's involved in that area and the Arizona areas.
Well, it has a lot to do with the water. From the
it just seems like there's kind of a tri-state kind of thing right there around that area.
Yeah, if I remember right, I'm not sure, but there is a point where you get to stand where the dam's at the highest point. We are actually, I believe, more than one state, and it actually could be more than two states. If I remember right, but either way, you can take that silly picture of your foot with one state and be in another state. So I mean, like, hey,
I've seen those.
Yeah. So as a kid, I grew up, not too far from there, and every trip we made, I would make sure that my hand was in one state and my foot was in another state, whatnot. But, it's awesome if you got kids, man. It's hey, give them a little geography lesson.
But back then they didn't have social media. Like
there you go, exactly. So, but
he'd be a influencer right now. Anyway, go ahead.
We're looking forward to this trip, man. And just so we mentioned earlier, if you got some insight, some input, let us know. Any events prior to the game, give us a shout, man. Let us know. Invite us over to anything that what's going on. And we want to help each other out. We've through our in our past we've met some people and that have introduced us to certain pages and likes of booster clubs and all that stuff, and that's what we're trying to aim at. And hopefully, maybe you could do the same favor for us as well. Hey, I watched the video by TC Radio Booster Club, whatever, and in the Riot Radio Studios, and these guys are awesome. Check them out.
Yeah, cool.
So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, remember, people, once we get this going, give us some likes, give us some shares. We're not at that follow stage, but. Follow me.
Yeah. Hey, everything starts little and then it starts to grow, man. That's all we're doing.
Look at us. Anyway, so the sites we already talked about that, right? Anyways, let's just not stop there. There's so much to see in Vegas. I mean, like right down there, and I started looking up like why I don't know. I'm not going to go swimming, but water parks. Wouldn't that be fun to go out there and have a margarita? And a little bit slender kind of the Rock kind of physique, but that's a whole different story. I'm just saying that what else, water parks, you got, your casinos to go, like their, what are they, 4-star, 3-star restaurants?
All sorts of
kind of food and stuff, what's the best for your money? You're going to get a great meal here for your money, but you overspend over here. Those are the kind of insights. Another thing I'm asking for input on is, breweries. If there's anything nearby, I love breweries because I collect glass. You know that, right?
There you go. Yeah, and
that might. Well, you've seen that in our segment about earlier on some potential casts where we talk about food and beverages and stuff like that. Kind of grade them and stuff. And
yeah, we're well known up here in the Northwest for a lot of homemade brewing stuff.
Oh yeah.
And, some of these breweries start little and they start going out big and stuff. And that's. For us, it's a big thing. We got wine tasting, we got beer tasting out here. And so that's something that we're pretty passionate about, and we're looking forward to if there's anything like that down in Las Vegas. Let us know.
Breweries and a pub sandwich, oh my God. How, and then going to a Raider game or something, that's cool. But I like to collect the glass and the growlers and, just that way, I know where I've stopped. I've got a few all over here in the Northwest. But I'd love to get some down there in Vegas, which would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
What else? What are you thinking about? What would you like? I mean, out of nowhere, what would be fun? You know, because they got those circuses in. And
Oh yeah, you know,
stuff.
Las Vegas is always entertaining, man. You got all sorts of diversity. It's like the candy store. You just can't. You don't know what candy you want,
They have a
right? It's
racetrack
like
there? Yeah,
they have a
right.
racetrack down there. Actually, a NASCAR. It's an official track that they use. But you know, for me, I don't know, man. I've been there so many times. I thought I've seen it all, but you never will see it all in
No,
Las Vegas, right? So for me, it'd be kind of unique to just, what's new down there? You know, what's the big thing going on? Be it, breweries, whatnot, shows, casinos.
Oh, entertainment, dude.
There
That's
we go.
good because, we all know about what's going on at the Legion because of the PSO. When we hear about it, we get some notices. But what else is going on? How cool could we go down to see is there a scene where there's rock scene down there? Is there a country scene down there? Is there a rap? You know what I'm saying? How sometimes you go to certain areas and obviously you go to New Orleans, it's always about jazz and stuff like that. You walk down the street, jazz. Walk into a jazz. Is there stuff down there? And how neat would it be to go visit something like that? That I never even knew.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be big neither. I mean, me personally, I'm into a certain type of music, and I appreciate rock and punk, and if there's a little venue down there that that does these shows of music and punk rock or whatnot, man, I'm always down for it. I love stuff like that. We always get attracted, especially in Las Vegas. I imagine the big casinos. You were looking for the big names. For me, I really appreciate the local things as well. So, if there's anything music-wise, shows and stuff.
Smaller venues.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Because I imagine that if there's big venues, let's just say Brittany, but I don't know what's going on with it. That's got to be a venue where it's either going to cost you money or it's going to be hard to get to. So I don't want nothing like that. I don't want to make a big deal about it. I want to just go see some entertainment while I'm over there. Small entertainment, something that could just go watch a band and have a beer and go.
The opportunity to support local and definitely. We really want to help out as well. So.
And there you go. That's a good point because we plan to make it. I guess at one point in time you can say a second home because obviously we're coming to you. Our whole life is based on our family and the Raider Nation. So if we can make, to me, two games a year was great. So if we can make it more convenient to maybe come up maybe once or twice a little bit more, that's fine. Or help support somebody else, be able to come up here and maybe get in a game or something like that. That's what we would do. So we're gonna get in there, look around, what that place is about, where to stay, how to go about, just turn it into something that can be something we can bank on. What you call that, like a timeshare or something like that?
Yeah,
you said that at one time. We don't want to go that way, but just somewhere we can bank on. We know that we can,
kind of settle ourselves in, just conveniently, like you mentioned earlier, once or twice, financially for us is something possible. If possibilities get better, I mean, we would definitely want to get kind of set our feet in there. We're looking to be able to accommodate ourselves where we're there more annually than the one or two times that we do.
Yeah.
And if anybody is like, hey man, there's this place, rates, whatnot, and financially for us, we can even just be mentioned earlier, family and priorities, and that this is our other baby right here. This is our obsession, our hobby, the Raiders. So we want to make it possible as much as we can. But if there's something that you guys can, let us know that this is a place that you guys can possibly make it happen more than once or twice. And hey man, let us know. Definitely.
Yeah. When they got those R&B down there, I mean,
all sorts of things.
It's just so they got so much opportunity on that kind of what we're talking about, just a positive place to go and stay with trust and bank on it. And again, that's just something we're looking forward to when we get there. Just kind of go scan the scene and what Vegas is really about and what it's got to offer to somebody. Let's just say if somebody was going to move there. It ain't happening, people. I tried, I threw it out one of the days. Wouldn't it be nice to go work out there? I don't think I even finished it. She said, shut up. So, yeah, that's all I'm getting at. Everybody's has their little fantasy, pipe dreams and stuff like that. But we can go ahead and leave it at that. Vegas, how cool. Raiders, we're coming.
Yep.
Let's go ahead. I don't know if we want to take a break right. Let's take a break. I think we got some good stuff out there. People get back with us on this sites, things to see. You know, we know about the casinos. We know we can go throw our money away. That's what it's all about there.
All right, guys, here we are. So, you know, we've had some discussion about our Field of Dreams and some things, but right off the bat, I just want to remind you real quick, you know, just a quick, you know, let's say a statement from one of the greats. Well, our founder, pretty much, you know, the Godfather, Al Davis. You know, just let me quote you this really quick. You know, and I don't have it memorized, but I have to take a quick look at it. But just let me read you this phrase really quick and let that sink in right now. That, you know, this is from Al Davis, and it says, "The greatness of the Raiders remains in the future." And this is the thing we've been talking about, kind of this right here. You know, this is
the future.
Yeah, exactly. And yet, it's still to come. The greatest we've had in the past, it just keeps on going. And yet, it's more to come. So this is something exciting. That, you know, the irony of that, you know, that statement right there from Al Davis. Pretty much, you know, it's never going to end.
Nah, man, that guy he coined so much.
Yeah, you know, come on. I mean, commitment to excellence. You know, just win, baby. I mean. Damn, I wish that guy was still alive because I felt like, you know, there's a plethora of all these.
Well, you gotta wonder if he coined those, did he get royalties and stuff like that? Because, you know, the other day, Nate Burleson, he's going from the whatever, and he was talking about him coining the toe drag swag.
Oh, yeah,
that's actually his. So he's coined it.
Yeah.
So he gets royalties somehow. So on top, I guess he's gonna get royalties off me. You're saying, I don't know. Sorry, Nate. Don't go broke. Waiting for my money. Anyways, that's cool that that you can actually coin some stuff like that. But man, Al just kind of spoke his mind and they were coined.
There you go. Exactly. So
there was no thought to it.
Yeah, I don't think he was the type of guy like, you know what? Hold on. Take the pen and copyright that. Copyright that. He just fucking came. It's what came to mind. And when he said it, he meant it. It wasn't to be copyrighted or someone to pay me the royalties, because we all know, like, are you ready to rumble? That guy gets paid $1 million, but Al Davis ain't getting shit. I don't think he is, but if he is, good for that.
Well, you don't know who coined that and who owns rights to it, but imagine him using it, he gets some kind of.
We all know that when we hear those words, especially radio fans, that goes back to someone specific, and that's Al Davis.
And there you go. Well, because we brought that up, good start there. We want to talk about our, our greats, which is, the guys going to the Hall of Fame, Tom Forrest and Charles Woodson, and then, we have Cliff Branch coming up. They just nominated him, so I don't know how that works. I know I just read a post we were talking about.
So yeah, we know it's partially to do with the seniors. It's one of the opportunities he had left, and we're grateful for that.
But we still have people on the list other than Cliff Branch. Who's the other one? Quarterback.
Jim Plunkett.
And Todd Christensen.
There you go. There's so many names that still belong in there. Especially us being Raider fans, we feel they should be in there.
And mind you, people, because again, we always talk about being biased. Yes, we love our but you know what? The records show it. Okay, so. You can argue all you want. I'll shut up. It's just another Raider guy great going in. Yeah, you're right. It's just another Raider great going in because, we thrive on that. And, there's a mystique in this Raider nation. Once a Raider, always a Raider. So, we are, the guys that are in there right now, it's just so well deserved. They are true epitome of what the nation is about. The Raider mystique and mentality. It's just, they belong there. And Sorry, NFL, but that's part of the NFL.
And just like you said, me personally, I believe that these names we have mentioned have met that standard.
Well, yeah.
There's a standard that apparently that I've seen or I've recognized myself as in number wise, and then why is not Jim Pleasant in there? Why is not Christensen in there? Why aren't these certain Raider players in there? Because what is the standard then? If we're going off base numbers and stats, and there should be a handful of guys in there that have not been in there, but there's yet some guys that are really questionable, at least in my opinion, from other teams. So I mean, I definitely feel, I don't think I'm being biased, that my reference is, if you're going to do this guy, why isn't this guy in there?
Yeah. I mean,
So, that's
it's
the way I
always
look
been,
at it.
let's just be fair across the board.
Exactly, yeah.
People, it's never going to be fair across the board. Just understand that, and us being Raider fans, we know what it's like, we can cry all we want. We feel like we've been shunned a couple of times. That's okay. That's another segment. Don't need to go there. But right now, we're just talking about a grace. Charles Woodson, what a bad. You know what? Come on, guys. I'm gonna tell you something about you people. You guys hated him as a Raider, and you hated it when he went back, but you loved him as a Packer, and you fucking know it. You know who you are out there, okay, people? Just remember that, okay? But we, as NFL fans, love Charles Woodson. We, as Raider fans, we just like, that's the man, okay? So there you go, guys.
So
don't deny.
we mentioned earlier a nice, beautiful quote from the Al Davis, the man himself. And here we go. Once a Raider, always a Raider. That man completed that mission. Became a Raider, went on, came back a Raider.
Well, it was quoted, but he, like you just said, it was quoted, but he made it come, like, I don't even know how to say it, but he made it come true. I mean, they're just like, there you go. That's why it was said at one time. So, Charles Woodson, what a stud. Tom Flores, man, this guy's great. No hands, hands down. He's a great guy because what he's accomplished in his life for the NFL, football-wise. When it comes down to it, dude, we're here because of football. It's a game of football. That guy has done so much for the game of football, just like his mentor, Al Davis. But he's done so much for the NFL. And why? Why does he have to wait so long? Done. I'm not going to say it again. He's in. I love you, Tom Flores. You're the man. You Seahawk fans have a lot of great respect for this guy because he came to your house and he tried helping you guys out at one time, and he did good for you guys. Okay, so remember that era, Tom Flores and the Seahawks. Okay.
And and once again, what you said, he was part of that family as well. This is the thing. Look, when a Raider comes, when a person joins Raiders, we look at them as family, right? At least as a fan perspective, and I know their organization most likely does. But it goes back again. We mentioned before, once Raider, always Raider. But the minute you wear those colors, you will not be forgotten, unless you disrespect us. There's probably one or two out there. We know who we're talking about, right? Like we mentioned, Tom Flores. That's honorable mention that the Seahawks even got a whiff of that guy's, of him at all. For us, the barriers that he broke and what he did, not just for the Raiders but for the NFL, I mean, it's impressive and amazing that it took this long for this man to get introduced. And like we mentioned earlier, that's a whole different thing, different conversation, topic, whatnot. We're glad that man got inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame.
And he was. Let's just put it this way: he's so professional, right down to the last. He cast his shades on NFL in so many ways, but in such a professional way. I got to go to sleep, and the time it took, and he mentioned about the people that he lived with taking so long to get there, and mentioning that it takes a long time to get there. That's so great and professional the way he just kind of made it like there's nothing to take wrong out of here. It's the truth. But he did a great job. So again, the man's not just a professional coach or a football player. He's a good speaker. And when he talks, you listen. Yeah. That's why he's got 2 Super Bowls under him.
He gave us an insight. He gave us an insight to reality, and that reality was not easy for him. And he fought and struggled, and he made us aware of that. But that fight that he put up to get to where he was at. It wasn't easy, and I appreciate that, and I am, grateful to even know who he was or what he did, as a Raider, and not only as a Raider, but what he contributed in life to humanity and the NFL.
Well, again, how many times do we have to say it? Once a Raider, always a Raider. That's what he did. He took off. He went and tried some other adventures, and he came back to the Raiders, guys. It's just the loyalty, man. You know why they did so well in those 2 Super Bowls? Because the organization and the coach understood each other. They gelled, and they were able to do things. And, you know, I mean, one of these days, we're hoping that happens. We've seen some close ones with some great, you know, what's the guy 2016 took us to playoffs? That coach. Rio.
Jack,
You know,
Rio, Captain Jack.
I honestly believe that, you know, if he would have stuck around, we could have went a little bit further, but, you know, that's a different story again. But that's what I'm saying is we've had some great coaches. We've had some great tenors. You know, that last time we went to the Super Bowl, man, I can tell you right now, man, we had some great players on that team. We lost. We got spanked in that Super Bowl. That's another story. But, man, the great players on that fucking team, defense-wise and offense-wise, yeah, Buccaneers had great players too. But, man, we've always been there. We've always had those great players. And that's kind of one of the super teams we've had that we haven't had in a long time. That's what we're looking for. We don't have big names, guys. We got to make those big names. That's the difference right now.
That's our history, though. You know, think about some of our Super Bowls, you know, that we've won, that we've had. Jim Plunkett won 2 of those as a backup. You know, this guy came in. We've known to pick up players with a history of, you know, well, they're too old or whatnot.
Down and out.
There you go, exactly. But yet we've had success with these players, and we've been fortunate enough to win 2 Super Bowls with backup. You know, with Jim Plunkett as a backup. That to me is impressive as hell, man.
Well, how many movies do you ever watch where the guy's washed up and then
there you go. Yeah.
Somebody says, "Come on, dude, I'm going to help you. I'm going to make you shine." And they do. It's a movie.
Yeah.
But Al Davis was the epitome of that. He really, you know, I remember that. I lived it. I remember when they were talking about him. You know, is he this? Is he that? He come from here. He come from now. Been around the league a little bit. It took him to a Super Bowl. So there you go. Shit happens, man. It's all about, you know, field of dreams. It's always about those movies. You know, how somebody comes out of their dark days and becomes something great. And Raiders have a lot of those.
Yeah, and just to remind you guys, some of those movies are actually made because it actually did happen. It's not because it's made up. It's because, you know, it's an interesting story that people want to make into a movie.
Well,
and pretty much, you know, we're the Raiders organization is a witness to that. They're the proof that that shit has happened.
Yeah. Okay, so you know, I can point up here about all our grades. So we got some you know, pictures back here and photos, and maybe we'll post that on our you know, just push some pictures and stuff. I think we're gonna get out of it right now. This is the schedule. You guys all know that. There's still some games available, people. There's a couple of games still available here, but we're excited because, you know, we're gonna get to the Quest, and then we have a couple of games down the road that we're happy. You know, the potential of maybe a playoff game.
Definitely.
You know, I don't have money, man, but I guess I'm gonna have to sacrifice something. You know what I mean? A couple of steaks before that weekend or something. I don't know. But we got the schedule. We're happy. It's out. Of course, it's been out for a while, but we want to make sure that we read this right and we're going to the right games. Potential one is the Kansas City one. That Sunday night game. That's got to be huge. Come on.
You know,
Mahomes.
Yeah, and that's always interesting, rivalry. You know, and the success the Chiefs have had. Last year was amazing that we fucking dropped the F-bomb on there, but that we knocked them. You know, we give them a good licking, man. In their stadium.
I don't care, man. That was a good one for us. We'll take that. We'll own that for a while.
Yeah.
Until we beat their ass again.
Yeah.
Which will be that Sunday night, I hope. Let's go ahead and we're going to start getting out of this. You know, we're not running out of time, but we're just trying to let you guys know that this is the Quest to Allegiant Stadium. Can't wait till we're at the doorsteps. How cool is that going to be? And then those, what were those things that they were selling? The brick pieces with your name.
Oh yeah, so like, you know, us just being part of the stadium being built, like, you know, the path into the stadium, there's some brick, nice little walkway path that you could actually, you know, donate and have your name or your dedication to the stadium. So, you know, it was something unique and nice. And we had the opportunity to do it, you know. So when you walk that path, you look at it and look down to all those fans that helped dedicate and, you know, donate some money to that process of the stadium being built. That's cool, man.
All right, you know, again, we're gonna get out of this, but tailgate. People, please, you can comment. Come on, watch this shit. Come out to us, man. Meet us out the stadium. Talk to us about tailgate. Go ahead, dude.
Hey, no, just like you said, tailgate. I tell you what, tailgate.
It's just as huge as the game, right? Am I
In
not
Oakland,
right?
we've had the experience, we've had the opportunity to meet some of the greatest people that represent Raider Nation. And, you know, I'll give a shout out to one of those people I met, Gordy. Man, thank you for everything you've done.
He's at the Niner game.
Yeah, he's at
I hope
the
he gets shit.
Niner game. But I'll tell you what,
Represent, brother.
we were accepted and welcomed with open arms. This is like, you know, when you're going to heaven, according to the movies what we see, and you hear the pearly, until the pearly gates.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No,
When
it's
you walk
Catholic.
into a Raider game with anything wearing black and silver, and I've seen it even if you're not, hey man, is that the case of beer? That's all you got? Why don't you come over here and, you know, some tacos, some barbecue, some hot dogs, some hamburgers. Hang out with us, man.
Yeah.
It's all about.
that cat was so cool, dude. He was
It's
so.
all about knowing and recognizing, and appreciating those people, and that's what we're looking for, man. Hey,
brotherhood.
if you know, if you want to invite us, we're more than happy to be invited. But if you know, hey, if you're in a group, just going down there too, let us know, man. We'll get together, a couple cases of beer, and you know, we'll do it the best we can, man. But I guarantee you, one of the best experiences I've ever had was the first tailgate we went to at Raider Stadium at the Coliseum. Was amazing, and we're hoping to see that same thing in Las Vegas as well.
Well, every one of them were fun, but you know that the first one's always like they're the most
Memorable one.
memorable one because the one I always did we go with that one? But the one I do remember because it was the first one and it was the Jets and it was with him and his dad. I got this great picture of him and his dad with me and him together, just fucking loving it up. We were in the black hole. How you guys did that was amazing. I will never forget that. You know, 4 or 5 seats above from the, you know, right there where the grass was, you could almost smell it. It was so cool. One of my best, memorable, you know, because I remember it, you know, and I got a lot of pictures from it. Who was that? Was that Jamarcus? Was he a quarterback?
No, it was actually Campbell.
Right? Who? Campbell.
Campbell.
Uh,
So he
Forgot
actually
about
we
Campbell.
did somewhat well, and then I remember we actually won that game.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about was Adam Sandler, who was a New York Jets fan, was actually there, and
Yeah, I
our
remember
seats
that.
were so good in the black hole. After the game, we went down to the thing. We took some pictures of Gorilla, and here we go. Adam Sandler still kind of, you know, just disappointed his Jets got their ass whipped, but he's walking, you know, all loud and proud with his little Jets cap. But you know, of course, we gave him some shit.
Yeah, well, he didn't put that in any of his movies, now did he? All right,
That-
go sit
That's
down
an
and-
experience we had. So.
Yeah, anyways, tailgate. You know, we're gonna go ahead and look, we already touched on our grades, okay? And we're gonna touch on another like possible things down the road. Next episode, we're gonna share a beer and let you know what it was like, and just give you kudos to you know, the pub that brewed it and stuff like that. Just little things that we're working on. We already iterated on the Hall of Fame. Fifi, the granddaughter. We're gonna keep you updated on her stuff. You know, that's the segment at the end where she's just adorable and she's just kicking butt. We got more footage of her. We're gonna do more further down the road. We're gonna give you more interviews. We're gonna see how updates are going with her and you know, how she's putting up. Because hey, look, man, this judo is a tough sport. It's for people with a higher level mind and just, you know, like that. They gotta have that go mentality. There's no slacking. There's no nothing. She just got it all. She belongs there, and she's proven it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut my mouth and let you go ahead and talk about your daughter and how great she's doing. Again, we're just touching on a few things.
Yeah, you know, some of these podcasts we had mentioned earlier, you know, it's a unique thing that we got her introduced into judo, and something I've never practiced in my life, nor has my wife or anybody that I know of. It was just something that we wanted her to have some interaction with other kids, and unbeknownst to us, she was pretty successful, and she just adapted to it like, fish and water, man. It's something, a form of, it's a form of martial arts, but yet it's unique in a way that, it shows her respect and a form of intelligence that she carries that I never knew she had. Because to tell you the truth, man, this is all technique, and this is something that, very few have success in life. That she, at the age of 7, like I said, a fish in water, man. She just picked that thing up and has been running with it. And since that day, we've traveled, I don't know how many thousands of miles, and had success with her competing in competitions. And still, we have a lot to go, but she has given opportunities and had opportunities to meet some great people in that field of judo that are very high up there. And we really appreciate the people that we've met and the people who have showed her the technique along the way. And I just got to give a shout out to her senseis and the dojo that she goes to, because without them, this was not possible. But definitely very proud of this little girl. At the age of 7, she can probably throw a grown man onto his back and make sure he doesn't get up.
Right.
Definitely.
She's just got that. She's got it down. She's this judo's really taken her to, like, some really neat experiences. I mean, at her age, to go across the country and visit things, not just the tournaments and people that she's meeting and stuff, but like sites and stuff. You guys went to the what was that one when you went to Miami? Orlando.
Yeah,
how
Orlando.
convenient,
So,
how nice, how great, right?
Yeah. So we competed.
Double whammy.
Yeah, she competed in a tournament that was actually 2 different tournaments, but in the same place. She went undefeated. She won the first competition she had. She went 7-0. The next competition she went 9-0. She gets to compete against kids from not only just all over the U.S. but all over the world. And she competed against girls from different countries. And judo is very unique because here in the U.S. we have a certain style that we practice, and in Europe and South America and all sorts of other continents, they approach it a different way. And she was able to adapt and still come out successful, against these kids that she competed against.
Yeah. She's got stuff going on. But that's what I was getting at is, she's been to Orlando. She's been to North Carolina.
Yeah.
She's been to Utah. And she's planning on going to another. She's pretty much gone like 4 points of this country, and that's kind of what I think is so neat, that she's able to visit these places and go to these places and get these memorable things in her head, so that growing up, she always remembers what life is about, and what's out there, and the world is so big and huge, and there's just so much to see. How great is that for a 7-year-old to go and do what she loves and enjoy life and do the little things with the family in life that are just memorable. They'll stay embedded in her life forever. Doing it with her mom and dad, and her brother alongside. So this little girl right now, she's a kind of a key thing to our family right now, because a lot of things are involved around her. She's not just a judo master. I mean, this girl, she plays music. She tries so hard for Grandpa. She is so phenomenal with like crafts. It's just amazing. She just always doing crafts. I mean, I'm always picking up after her, so I know how much she's doing, and I'm not making that enough. I appreciate it. Hey, if you got craft stuff there, use it. If I'm cleaning up your mess, at least I know you're using it. That's what's cool about it, is she's always doing something. Just a go-getter. She's got a bright future, and we're hoping for the best, right, dude?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, she's a key part of our family right now. A lot of interest in her. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and go and finish out. What we do want to finish out with is we want to ask you, the viewers, if you could come back and tell us where you're coming from.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know, man. Whatever corner of the nation or country you are, or whatever part of the world you're coming from.
And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be the season opener. Hey, all you have to do is shout out. Melville, Oregon. I don't know if that even exists. Coming out. To the Miami game or whatever. You see what I'm saying, guys? Just kind of give us shout out. Let us know the nation's out there.
Definitely, and
Come along with us, guys.
yeah, give us a like and a share, and then maybe you're sharing with somebody, and be it the Antarctic, be it in the New Lands, whatever. But you know what? Let us know where you guys are coming from, man.
Join the quest, buddies. Because I think the team and the organization is on this quest. It's just the fans to fucking support it, and we're here and we're rocking. We're gonna rock it, okay? Kudos to our technical support always out there taking care of us. Angela's doing such a great job. The little interview with Fifi. What a great little girl. We're sorry if we overbearing on you guys about that. We just so in love with this little girl. But quest to Allegiant Stadium, it's a goal. Join us, like I said, just join us. Shout out to where you're at. We'll see you next episode. Thanks again for staying tuned. You want to say anything, brother?
Well, just like you said, appreciate you guys following us and giving us a like and a share, and thank you for being with us and sharing the passion that the Raiders are coming, and thank you guys for following and listening, man.
Shout out to the Raider Nation. There's only one.